I decided to call it a lopish. I wanted the opposite of a wedding. I don't want any ghost chairs. I don't want any table settings. I don't want any whole bunch of roses. I don't want anything that feels like a wedding. If I see one more, what is that dance floor with the logo on it, I'm gonna lose my mind. No, it's the opposite of a wedding was my interpretation of it. We met because I had a girlfriend here who was visiting for the holidays, and everybody likes the summer in California. So she came over and she has a son, and her son needed a haircut. And we went all the way on the other side of town. And I'm like, I have to go to the restroom so bad. So we finally get to his shop. I go running in. He has a iguana, big old iguana sitting out front of the shop. I don't even know it's real. I'm like, oh, what is this thing? And I just come running in.
I was kind of looking at her like she moving fast, Headed straight for the bathroom. And she like, can I go to the bathroom? But she knew exactly where it was. He's
a popular barber, so he has lines of people waiting. I'm like, we're going to be here all day. So I'm sitting in the car. I have to go to the bathroom again. So I go into his shop about 4 times to use the restroom.
But I looked at her. I was like, wait a minute, that girl look good right there. Like, man, I want to get to know her. So I had a little small talk. We small talked about the iguana. And then I thought it was over, so I was like, man, I should have said something about her number. But then I saw her on my cousin's Snapchat, and they was like, doing some production and everything about the hair. And I just see her bounce around and dance a little bit in the video, and I'm looking like, wait a minute, that's her, yeah, that's her, that's wifey, man. I gotta really tap into her. Like, found her on Instagram, and I just shot my shot.
Andre and I dated for 4.5 years before we got married. I was heavily in my career. I only moved to California to focus on my career and the things that I wanted to do. And then he came around like a beautiful surprise, like India Ari would say, and kind of like softened that for me. Just being entrepreneurs, both being in the beauty industry, we just kind of came together very naturally, and I just felt really comfortable and at ease with him.
Before I popped the question, I was trying to really figure out where I wanted to do it at. My mind was the Grand Canyon, but we was already planning this trip to Aspen, and it was getting cold and it started snowing. I'm like, that might be a better thing.
A weekend getaway just to have fun, and so here we are on our way to Aspen. 2 weeks before the engagement, he was just weird, and my antennas went up like, oh, he's acting funny, something is wrong.
She over there thinking I'm acting weird and all this stuff because I'm actually just trying to go run all over the place. And then me knowing that we were going to go to Aspen, I had to go pay for the ring, pay it off, grab it, then come back and make sure it was, everything was perfect.
As soon as the man changed the schedule, something going on. So he was just really uptight, and he's a really laid back, consistent guy, and that's one of the things I really like about him.
She over here asking me questions, and I'm trying my best not to break.
So we get to Aspen, and he's still kind of jittery. I'm like, what's going on?
I found out her friend was out there, and she was out there celebrating her birthday. So I was like, oh, she should come hang out with us,
First of all, it's beautiful. I don't have to tell you about Aspen, the mountains, the sleigh ride, the snow, the homes. Everything was just like really, really magical and nice. He was like, you should invite her on the sleigh ride with us. And I was like, why would she want to go on the sleigh ride with us?
I'm trying to find something to do to, some nice place to propose. And she was like, okay, well, it's the sleigh ride, it's the proposal bridge, and we're gonna ride right by it. And I was like, wait a minute, sleigh ride, okay, that's pretty cool. So I was like, hey, you guys, let's go over here. It's just like frozen river,
It was like that.
It was like a frozen river, right? So it's snow, it's pretty, it's everything, right? So the snow, when I jumped off the sleigh, I like, boom. It's like
he was a mess.
It wasn't 4 feet, it just felt like 4 feet.
He was really not himself, and I'm excited to be off the sleigh. Like he said, I'm a little silly, so I'm like out there like, yes, the snow. I got this blonde wig on.
She's up there bopping around. She'd go to the bridge like she's happy. She's playing around, and as soon as she turned around, that's when I popped it up and boom, had the ring right there blinging in her face like blah, blah.
When I saw the ring, I was really surprised. It was a good shape, a great size, the clarity was good, the background was incredible. It was just a really awesome moment.
But once she said I do, I was like, yeah, I'm in the game.
And I was so happy because it just showed me that despite all the other plans that we had going on, his plan was for me to be his wife. And he had been working on that plan. He had been saving for that plan. And it just melted my heart. So I was just so excited that he did that. The The motivation behind having a Vegas desert wedding was that baby said we either going to the Justice of the Peace or we're going to Vegas. And I had to pick one. We wanted a lounge kind of vibe, eat, drink, chill. We don't live far from Vegas, and it just seemed like something easy to do. We could do something small like eloping, but still tell our family so that, they could come if they wanted. So the idea of doing an elopement sounded like the perfect plan. We had a couple of places to choose from. Tao was at the top of my list. Then she took me to the Waldorf. And just the luxury of it, the customer service, everything about it, even though it was a ballroom, it had a wraparound deck that overlooked the Vegas Strip on Memorial Day weekend. She was so...
We paid for a certain half of the ballroom, but they gave us the full extent of the whole ballroom.
That was really an added bonus that really elevated the experience. And once we had that opportunity to go to the Waldorf, there was no looking back. If it wasn't a pandemic, we probably would have had well over 250 people. I just felt like it was simple because no one was really having events. I had big ideas, I had plans, I had a nice budget. So it really worked in our favor, actually, the pandemic for the wedding. When you say planning, I would say that I had assistants that helped execute my vision. One was in DC, and she couldn't deal with Sin City. We learned that quickly. One overpromised, and the last planner that I was able to get, she did the day of, but visually, concept, branding, elopish, that's all me. Styling for the wedding, I went to a lot of different wedding stores and tried on beautiful dresses. Oh, they all fit so good. It was just overwhelming. I'm telling my girlfriend, she's like, oh no, you gotta get a stylist. I'm like, yes, let's get a stylist. So I was referred to Ashley. I called Ashley up. I'm like, listen, Ashley, I don't really have time to do all of this stuff with the dress. I'm not having a bridal party because that would be something like a wedding. So no bridesmaids or anything like that. And I don't have anybody to help me, and I don't want anybody really around me in my space on my wedding day. I want them to get ready and do their thing and allow me to do my thing. And I just want somebody who can be there to assist me on my day. So come to the day of the wedding, he shows up. My wedding, what time was our wedding? At 6:30. He shows up at 2 with the dresses, 5 outfits for me to pick from. And he's so good, he didn't even fit me. They were all tailored to fit me like a glove when he walked in. I was excited with it at the end. I was just like, yes, dress.
Trying to get my look. That took some time, and I wanted to be perfect. I never seen her dress. I've been working out for this. I'm gonna get married. I've been working out, and I'm trying to be real slick. So I want the suit to lay on me. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew I didn't want the suit that didn't pop. So Ashley came, and the last store we went to, when they brought the suit out, I was like, you know what? That's totally different from what I've seen.
It was A1. Thanks, Ashley.
Yeah, I felt like a king waiting for his queen come down that aisle.
I wanted to have some activities to do. I'm all about the activities. I'm all about the experience. So I figured Vegas gave us all of that in one.
For the people that did come, I was so happy, and I was loving to see my mom's face anyway. She was there.
At least 75 people who flew from DC to Vegas. So it was a great turnout, more than we expected. But with the pandemic, we were still able to stay in budget because we were able to get things at a discounted rate.
So looking for the reception, the perfect spot was, I thought was Tao.
Yes.
I thought it was Tao because the way they was gonna, the look of it was real nice. Mm-hmm. But when we went to the Waldorf, their staff and the way they said they was gonna take care of us, that's what sold me. And the way they kept every question Riqua asked or everything she wanted, they said, we got you. It was low-key perfect because the way the sound was when we had the DJ in there and when I, got to have the fun. It was cool.
They let us do everything we wanted to do.
Everything we wanted to do.
And we like to turn up, so it was not a problem.
That's real.